not. Here on Hey Sister by Two Cute Sisters, we like to talk about leaving those limited beliefs and mentalities behind. We like to talk about getting away from poverty and scarcity and moving into prosperity mindsets, growth mindsets. And we like to talk about empowering women and how we can be our best selves. So today, we're talking about the keys to unlocking our fullest potential. As I said, ultimately, it is up to us. It is up to us whether we reach our highest level or not. And so we're going to discuss the ways in which we can do that. And we're going to go ahead and get started. And the first way we're going to do that is by having some goals. And I know you've heard this over and over and over again. Goals, goals, goals. We want to make sure our goals are specific. Specific. Know what you want and what you plan to do to get there. Make sure your goal is measurable. Make sure it's something that you can measure. Make sure it's also time balanced. It does no good to have a goal, but you have not been specific about what that goal is. You have not been specific on how you're going to measure if you met that goal. And if you are not confining it to a certain or specific time. I am also an educator. So one of the things that I always tell us is when we have goals for our students, we have to be specific. Whether they are going to master the skill with 80% accuracy, 75% mastery, 60% mastery. However it is, we want to make sure we have goals that are measurable. We want to make sure they're specific. We want to make sure they are time balanced so that we know when we have met our goals. We want to make sure that we break these big goals, like saying, I want to be a millionaire. And that's a goal. Trust me, it's a goal. And it's one of mine. But we want to make sure our goals can be broken down into smaller goals, something that's more obtainable. It does us no good to have huge goals and we can't reach those goals. So we want to make sure our goals are small. Not saying they're small goals, but they're broken down into smaller chunks. And one of the biggest is we want to write our goals down. It's great that we have goals, but we need to write them down and we need to make sure that they are visible. We put them somewhere where we can see them often, where we can visit them often, where we can know how we're doing. Are we making any progress? Where are we going according to our goals? Some people use vision boards. I happen to like vision boards. They work really well for me. So a vision board is a great way for you to have your goals written down, to have your goals where you can see them, and to have measurable and time-based goals. There is a saying in the Christian realm that to write the vision and make it plain. So we are to write our goals down. We are to know where we're going and how we plan to get there. Or basically, we can formulate a plan on getting there. We also want to embrace the challenges. Whatever challenges we are facing that is sort of in between us and reaching that goal, we want to embrace those challenges. We don't want to just look at them in a negative light and say, oh no, this thing happened, it's stopping me from reaching my goal. But we want to embrace challenges. We want to look at them as a way of developing our characters, developing our strength. So we want to embrace those challenges. We don't want to be looking at things in the negative, because again, here I like for us to focus on the positive and how all things are working for our good. Even if it's a setback, it's working for our good. So we're going to look at how this challenge is helping us to build a character and to actually reach our goal. We are going to learn from any setbacks, any mistakes that we have made. We are going to learn from our critics. Those people who have talked about us, said we were not going to make it. Whatever feedback we receive, even if it was negative feedback, we're going to take it and we're going to build upon that. It's going to help us to become better people and to do better as far as reaching our goals go. We also want to make sure that we are celebrating our efforts. We want to celebrate when we are working and when we're facing challenges and we're moving forward. As I said, I'm also an educator. One of the things they teach us to do is to celebrate our students. We want to celebrate success. I tell you what, as an employee, former employee, because I work for myself, we want to celebrate. When you celebrate those wins, you celebrate those people when they make those wins, they'll work a lot harder for you. So even for yourself, celebrate when you do something exciting or you have a form of success. Celebrate it. Make it No, make it a big deal, and you will appreciate those milestones a little better. And one of the main things I feel with us being successful is that we practice gratitude. We have to be thankful for what we have. We have to thank, some people want to call it the universe. I call it God. Thank God for what you already have. Thank him for every step that you made. Thank him for what he's given you already, or as you may call it, the universe. Be thankful, be grateful. I know myself, I like when a person tells me thank you, I would do so much more for them than I would if I do something, they're just like, no big deal. Oh, okay, she did it. Even though I didn't have to do it. If it's not a job that I was assigned, or if it's not a job that I'm getting paid for, then yes, I want to hear thank you sometimes. I want to hear good job. So when you are trying and pushing forward to reaching your best potential, we want to make sure we're practicing gratitude. We can use a gratitude journal. We want to surround ourselves with positive people who are also grateful. We attract what we are. So if you are nasty and negative, you're going to attract nasty and negative people. We want to attract those people who are positive. We want to attract those people who are lifting us up. Those people who are encouraging us to be our best selves. And when you're around these type of people and you're around success, then you are going to be successful. It's going to rub off. You can ask them about some strategies that they're using to get to where they are. And so we want to make sure we're being grateful. We want to make sure we're being positive. We want to make sure that we're surrounding ourselves with the right people. We want to surround ourselves with people who are positive. We want to surround ourselves with people who are successful. We want to surround ourselves with people who are helping us to be our best self. You don't want to be around a negative Nancy. You don't want to be around someone who's talking about you. You don't want to be around somebody that's putting you down. And you don't want to be around somebody that's putting other people down, because if they're putting other people down, chances good they're going to put you down too. They're going to wait till you get away from them, but they're going to do it. So make sure that you're surrounding yourself with positive people. Visualize success. And at first I thought it was real crazy when I heard this. I heard about, they said everything that is real now was once imagined. And I was like, right. Because, things that seem impossible. And they said, think about it. Think about those airplanes and cars years ago. They did not exist. And I was like, you know what? You're right. They did not exist. So people are telling the truth when they tell you to visualize. So visualize your success. Have an image in your mind of yourself being successful, of you having achieved that goal, of you going where you want to go, and you doing the things that you want to do. So let's visualize ourselves as being successful. And the more we visualize it, the more we are calling it forth into reality. We want to continue to learn. We want to continue to grow. As human beings, we are in a constant state of growth. We're in a constant state of change. And we are constantly learning and adapting. As Charles Darwin said, the survival of the fittest will survive. Those animals that are able to adapt to their situations and circumstances survived. Those that did not adapt and change died out. We don't want to be one of those species that die out. We want to be the fit. We want to be the ones who are willing to change, who's willing to adapt, who's willing to do what's necessary in order to ensure we get to where we are going. We want to reach that fullest potential. So we want to continuously be learning. We want to continuously be growing. We want to learn from past mistakes. We want to learn from other people. We want to be reading books to help us to reach our potential. We want to be studying. We want to be listening to podcasts that are helping us reach our fullest potential. We want to be watching YouTube videos that are helping us reach our fullest potential. But we want to continuously be learning, continuously growing, and doing the things in which we need to. We're going to invest in our own learning. And it took me a while to figure out that if I wanted to be better, if I wanted to do more, if I wanted to create something new for myself, that I had to spend some money towards my education. I had to spend some money towards my learning. I had to invest in me. And so I want us to realize we have to invest in ourselves, and we want to continuously learn. We want to take the courses we need to take. We want to take those financial classes. We want to take those business classes. We want to make sure, as I said, that we are giving ourselves the best possible edge, giving ourselves the best skills to be our best self, to reach our potential. We also want to make sure we have support systems in place, because let's be honest, it takes a village to raise a child. It also takes help for us to do the things we need to do as women. I learned you can't be superwoman. You can't expect, because I used to try it. I was like, oh, I watch these women on TV, on these television shows, which was not really how old they were, cooking and cleaning, and they were going to work, and the kids looked good, and they were coming home, and their husband was happy, all the things. And I had to get older and wiser to learn you can't do all of that. A lot of these women are so successful at the office, their houses are not clean. Or if you're giving all to the job, then sometimes you're neglecting your spouse or your partner. The kids are going without, or whatever, or your health is suffering if you're taking care of everyone else. We want to be sure that we have a support system. We want to have someone to help us out. It's okay to hire help. If you need to hire someone to help you get some of the things done that you need to get done, then that's okay. Hire who you need to hire. Enlist the help of who you need to enlist the help of, and get it done. It's okay for the laundry not to be done one day. It's okay to rest. It's okay. And like I said, if you need to get some help, get some help. And when you need to vent, call your friend or go see the psychiatrist. Go do whatever it is that you need to do, but get you some support systems to put in place. Have your support system where they can help you be your best self so you can reach your fullest potential. Embrace change. I think we've talked about that already. We want to make sure that we're embracing differences. We're embracing change. It's okay for things to change. I read a book. I love it to death. Who Moved My Cheese? It's one of the books I love to talk about all the time, about those rats and the rat race. And you have to be able to identify change when it comes. Not only that, you have to be willing to embrace that change. Be willing to go where you need to go and do what you need to do. Cope with change. Change can be difficult, especially when you get older. We don't like to change. We don't like for things to keep moving in different directions sometimes, but we have to embrace change. We also must develop coping strategies. Like I just said, be able to call your friends. Have some strategies to help you deal with what's going on, whether it's reading, journaling, just sitting down, binge watching TV. Give yourself permission to relax one day. Come home one day and say, no, this is my relaxing day. The day when I come home and get in pajamas, I don't cook, I don't do anything. Of course, I meal prepped early, and I just focus on me and my mental health. Develop some type of strategy. If it's playing games, do it. I don't play video games. It's beyond my scope. But if it's playing video games, then play the video games. Do whatever it is that you need to do in order to help you stay focused, stay healthy, stay well. So those are some strategies that you need to develop. And remain consistent. Consistency is the key. We want to consistently be working towards our goal. We want to be consistently doing what we need to do. And I tell you a strategy that I have learned and works great. It's just making sure that I stay with it. It's to get that calendar for the month and decide what I'm going to do on what day. If you have to do meal planning, do your meal planning. Say Taco Tuesdays. Some people do meatless Mondays, and I'm not a person that's going to do too much without me because I'm not a vegetarian. But, you just plan out your meals, plan out your week, have your planning strategy, know what you're going to do. I do videos. I have to plan when I'm doing videos. What days am I doing videos? What days am I editing videos? What days am I uploading? I have ADHD. I will admit it. And I get all focused and crazy. And so I have to have some type of system in place to keep me focused and keep me grounded and to keep me in check and on task. And so you may have to have your own calendar or whatever strategy it is. Another strategy that I use to help me stay focused, I have to have a timer. And I thought I was crazy. I had to put a timer on. So I tell myself, okay, you have 20 minutes to work on the laundry, or you have 20 minutes to work on the blog post. You have 20 minutes to edit the videos. And so that helps me to stay grounded and tone. And then I met a lady at my old job. She said, I have to put the timer on. She gave herself 10 minutes. And she said, I do this. And I said, girl, you got 10 minutes. I said, I do the same thing. And so I found out I wasn't crazy in that, but it worked. Whatever works for you to help you stay consistent, help you stay grounded and stay focused, that's what you do. So this was LaWanda Shields with Hey Sister by 2Q Sister, talking about how we can reach our fullest potential today. So be sure you take these strategies with you.